We never gon' rest. It's time to put faith to the test. This is the set. Grab you a seat. Yes, you are not watching the best. Express when we speak truth, nothing less. Express when we put truth to the test. Express acting out truth, nothing less. Express sermons of truth. Let's get blessed. Amen. Zach up next. Cashing on deck. My guy, steady just cashing the check. Lori on set, no sweat.
What's going on, y'all? Text Podcast Summit to 33777.
And that's right. And be at Midtown Tech Hive, 6 p.m., April 18th. See you there.
See y'all there. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Flip Experience. We have another great edition today. We got my man Cameron Woods.
What up, y'all?
You know what I'm saying? And then we got Miss Brittany with us today.
Hey, y'all.
We're going to learn about this brother's versatility, how he's just a master of the arts, and we're going to learn everything we can about what makes him make him so great, you know?
Understood, and I appreciate that, too.
No, come on now,
You know
brother.
what I'm
Come on. It's long overdue. We should have been had you on the
first podcast interview I've had as a artist in general. You know what I'm saying? Where should I start?
So let's start about Cleveland born and raised?
Yeah, born in Cleveland.
Okay. So let me ask you this, so if you had to call one place not home, but like you grew up in, what part of Cleveland would you say you grew up in?
Cleveland Heights.
Cleveland Heights, shout out. Shout out Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, Cleveland Heights.
Graduated from Heights?
No, Lutheran East.
Lutheran East, okay.
Yeah,
That's
but my
what's up.
journey in high school was a little different. Like, I played ball most of my life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I went to Euclid.
Okay.
Then I left Euclid, went to Mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I was at Mentor, I took some college preparatory classes for my 11th grade year.
Okay.
That was a different experience because I was like one of the 10 black people in the class. You know what I'm saying? President of the class, but at the same time, one of the 10 in the school. So the adversity I had to go through, that was my first time dealing with diversity. You know what I'm saying? And being that guy where it's like, you know, you getting called the N-word, you getting spit at, you know what
I'm
I'm saying?
going to ask you about that too, brother. I was going to ask you.
All that used to occur, like when they had bomb threats, you know, I was the first one to go on their list. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
it be days where you can't go to school. You got to stay at the house. You know what I'm saying? So left there, went to Lutheran East. Like I said, I played ball all 4 years of high school. I was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But that process also added a lot of resilience to me because my coach, Sean O'Toole, shout out to him. He was a tough cookie, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the type to cuss you out, drive you,
Push you.
all that. Like, he was a bit aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And like, I had to just accept the fact that this is what it is, but also push through it. You know, you play behind shadows, so you get used to that not being seen experience.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So emotionally, I would say high school definitely gave me an opportunity to really see who I am. You know what I'm saying? Lutheran East was a promising opportunity until I got injured my senior year. Third game, you know, we playing against Glenville. I'm high commodity. Colleges want me, but I had a double high ankle sprain. I had went up for a rebound, came down, bust my ankle. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it was over with for me. Had to sit out 10 games. Now, came back strong. Still average double-doubles and all that, but at the same time, it was too little too late.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when that occurred, it put me in a pocket where it's like, damn, you know, I've gone through this process of playing behind shadows, not really getting a opportunity to really be me fully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Waiting my turn. It's like a hurry up and wait process. And for me, I got tired of waiting. So how I got into the acting, I went to an audition for the arts showcase, yeah. So that was 2011. Never acted before, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm going to ask you about that. Like,
yeah, I never acted before, but they gave me a script for Gas X, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a quick commercial. I'm the only black guy.
Oh, you talking about Gas X? Gas X.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm the only black guy in the room. I'm nervous because I thought it was some modeling, you know what I'm saying? But once I got into it, I did the audition. Everybody laughed, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, I'm like, I can really create reality within a mind for just a moment.
Ooh, that's good.
And
I'm
for
sorry,
me,
I had that one time.
yeah. And for me, that was the moment where I realized, like, this is what I'm going to do. And so, funny story is, well, I don't know if I can say it now, but I'm going to just say it. So the owner, you know, it was a certain amount of money I had to spend that I didn't have, and she blessed me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say how, but I was able to go through the program.
Yeah.
And then from there, I went to Florida. I auditioned for ABC, all types of TV shows. It was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? First time out of the city, you know what I'm saying? First time out of Cleveland. But in that process, I auditioned for New York Film Academy, and I wasn't supposed to, honestly.
Why you say that?
Because they didn't give me a call back, and one of their rules was like, you only go to those, they give you a call back. They didn't give me a call back, so I decided to go anyway. I'm just walking by faith, not by sight. So,
Come on,
yeah, at that point, I walked into the room. I had my 30-second Tabasco commercial. You know what I'm saying? I talked for 2 minutes about myself, and then he said, "All right, well, let me see what you got." You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I go into the commercial. He's like, "Okay, I like the fact that you naturally went into it. You didn't hesitate. I like what you got. Give me your info. I'll contact you." Now, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, I don't know if he really gonna contact me, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, he reaches out to me. Maybe like a month later, and he's like, New York Film Academy has this discount program. Granted, it's $30,000 a year to go to New York Film Academy, but he like, I got a discount program that's $2,500, but you got to find somewhere to stay. So at that point, I'm like, all right, bet. So I get down there, I visit. I'm the type that when the tour bus come around, I'm hopping off the tour bus to really walk the streets to see what it's really about. So I did that. So at that point, I felt like it was the place for me. New York kind of, I would say Cleveland raised me, but New York made me. You know what I'm saying? Because that process was different. So fast forward the story, I run into a guy that I knew from Cleveland, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, if I pay you to stay with you for 2 months, can I do that while I go through school?" Because the school was literally 2 months. So at that point, he like, "Yeah, that's cool." So I pay him the deposit. From there, I move out there. From there, of being the only black guy, American guy that's in my class. Wow. Everybody else from around the country. So now I'm hit with that same level of diversity, but it's different because these people are not trying to, quote unquote, blow down on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're actually trying to like build with me. You know what I'm saying? And create with me. So as we're going through the process, no family and friends in New York. You know what I'm saying?
You out there by yourself? Huh?
Yeah. Live in Harlem, 145th St. Nick, D-Train at that point. Money was running low, so it was a period of time where I was just eating nothing but ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? Eventually got sick, so I had to chill out. But regardless of the fact, it was a beautiful struggle. So from there, the day I finished school, bro, old boy kicked me out. So now I'm homeless.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's me and my man. He go to college in New York, so all my bags is packed outside the house. Like, I literally just got done with the ceremony, got my certificate. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I get to the spot, all my shit in the hallway. Excuse my language. At that point, the journey began. You know what I'm saying? I was homeless for 7 months. In that process, though, I went from spot to spot. God always blessed me with somewhere to lay my head.
That's good.
Granted, did I have to eat out of trash cans? Did I have to beg for change? Did I have to do all that? Yes, I did. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, the funny thing is nobody believed me because I dressed in a suit every day. So they thinking like I'm scamming them, but really like, I'm really homeless. I don't know where I'm about to sleep at, what I'm about to eat. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, push through that. Eventually I get a job at Lids in Manhattan. So Lids is a hat store.
Shop Lids.
Yeah. So in that process, I went to 25 different stores trying to find a job. Everybody told me no. Eventually I walk in the Lids, I'm just walking by faith, so I felt the Spirit lead me into there, and I seen this black guy, I get to talk to him. Hey, what's going on, looking for a job, show him my resume. From there, he like, all right, go next door and talk to this guy. I go talk to him. Long story short, the general manager actually was from Menor. So me and him get to chopping it, connected on the fact that we from Menor, or we went to Menor, or whatever the case may be. So from there, I get a job. From there, I get promoted within 2 months. I'm a supervisor, or I should say, general manager. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I get that role. I transfer to 3 different stores within New York. I make a name for myself within that. But in that process, I had 2 other jobs. I was doing commercial gigs where like you catering, holding the trays, you know what I'm saying, serving people. And then I was working at Reebok Fit Hub. So I had 3 jobs, and then from there, in that process, my bro, Emmanuel, he moved to New York. He lived in Brooklyn. I went to visit the spot before he moved in. Long story short, in my process of being homeless, he used to let me store my clothes at a spot. And then his landlord got hip to it and told me, like, if you don't get a job by this time, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? So, funny thing is, the first job I did get before Liz was Whole Foods. They fired me the first day.
What?
It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, they said I put my head down on orientation.
What?
Yeah. So at that point, I just didn't understand what was going on, but I just, I had faith that everything was going to work out. So from there, like I said, fast forward, Lids. From there, 3 jobs. From there, I got into modeling. How I got into the modeling, I went to 16 different agencies in New York with my portfolio in hand while I was homeless with bags in my hand too. Left my bags outside, hoping nobody would take them. They told me no. Then I met a guy named Vince Chase. He happened to be cool with one of my roommates. He was in my kitchen. I guess they showed him a picture of me. He said he wanted me to model. Now, Vince Chase, I'm thinking, it's a white guy. You know what I'm saying? I went to his website. It was very polished, very professional. Find out it's a black guy with dreads. You know what I'm saying? Or I should say locks. And at that point, me and him connect. We do our first photo shoot. From there, I knew that I just needed a name behind me, and I was going to walk in the rooms and introduce myself. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I go in the rooms. I'm starting to get gigs. People ask me to take pictures, you know what I'm saying, for their brands. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm doing it pro bono, but I'm making a name, getting content, making it seem like it's more than what it is, trying to sell myself.
Right. Which I think we all been there though, bro.
Yeah. Then eventually, I get a call from my agent. Vince like, hey, I need you to go crash this audition. All right, I'm about to go to work, but I'll do it if I go to work. So I go to the audition. It's for New York Fashion Week. I'm not even hip to how big New York Fashion Week is at that time. I just know I'm about to go crash this audition.
Right.
It's in Manhattan. It's right on the way to work. So I hop off the train, boom, walk in, act like I'm supposed to be there, tell them my name. They don't see it on the list. I'm like, oh, I'm with him. And it actually worked. Because I was, one of the models that was in my agency was there. And he's like, yeah, get him. So once he did that, I just walked in like I was supposed to. Now, the way God worked, bro, I literally didn't know what I was walking into. But once we went upstairs, I was the only model that could fit their clothes. Everybody else, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So they're like, we want you to open and close the show for Maria K. Fisherman. Didn't know who Maria K. Fisherman was, but I knew the clothes was fire. I knew it was New York Fashion Week, and it wasn't Brooklyn Fashion Week. I did that too. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't Brooklyn Fashion Week or Cleveland Fashion Week.
It was New York.
New York Fashion Week. So at that point, after everybody told me, like, you too broad, like, you got too many tattoos, you got too much facial hair, you got to lose weight, you got to, At that point, bro, in that moment, it was like, wow, my God really, you know what I'm saying, showed me like it's possible regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
So, open and close the show. Still don't know how big it is, bro. But I'm proud because I'm like, I still got my facial hair, baby face, but still got my little goatee.
Right.
I'm opening and closing the show.
You still be authentically yourself.
Yeah, exactly. When we was on set, that was my first time experiencing like, what do you call it? Craft. All right, anyway, they had food for us, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, craft services.
Craft services.
Yeah.
So they had food for us. They had all types of food. They doing makeup. It's like a whole production. At that point, I open and close the show. I wake up in the morning, now I'm in Vogue. You know what I'm saying?
What was that like, though, seeing yourself in Vogue? What was that experience?
I thought I was tripping. I thought somebody photoshopped me or something. Like, and I was one of the only black males that was modeling in the show. So it was like, it's amazing how, like, I'm separating myself, not by myself, but, God's giving me the opportunity to be separate from others.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? And in that process, from there, I started doing more gigs. And then Miley Cyrus 23 video popped off. Now I'm an extra at first, but then as I'm there and I'm networking and getting cool with the producers and things of that nature, I'm having a conversation with somebody, and I had this hat on that said CW because I was trying to make sure if I get on camera, I can separate myself and say, hey, that's me with the CW hat on. You know what I'm saying?
That's smart, though.
That
No,
is
for real.
smart.
So, boom, I get the CW hat. They promote me. They like, hey, you're going to be in the scene with Wiz Khalifa. So I'm thinking like, all right, they like, we need you to put this lab coat on, put these glasses on. All right, bet. So I put it on. From there, I meet Wiz, you know what I'm saying? And he is who you think he is. You know what I'm saying? He pulled it up like, I ain't about to put that lab coat on my Givenchy, you serious? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really him. So anyway, I'm milking the camera work. I get a lot of camera time within that scene. From there, after that was said and done, it kind of slowed down for me.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like commercial market, you know. But at the same time, I had a son on the way. So I had to make a choice, like, do I stay in New York or do I go home so my son know who his father is? You know what I'm saying? So I left because I didn't have my father when I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Shout out to you, brother.
yeah, so at that point, I'm like, all right, I go back to Cleveland. So now I got to start over.
Mm-hmm.
All that just happened.
Right.
And
That's like coming down from a high.
I left it. So when I get back, I'm selling cars, 3 different dealerships. I'm selling insurance, Progressive. I get into retail. I'm working at the mall. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like all over the place, but just trying to make sure I got money in my pocket to take care of what I got to take care of.
Right.
In that process, God gave me a vision, you know, when I was in New York about doing my own show, right? It's called Expressway. So it's like an immersive theater experience, live, where we do original content, we do movie scenes, and we do immersive improv where the crowd will give you the character scenario objective.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I did that at B-Side for like 8 months. It's 2017. I came back 2015. 14. My son was born 15. I came back at the bottom of 14. So at that point, that gets to going. Great experience. Put it on ice. So that's the first experience of me producing the show. I'm casting. I'm stage managing. I'm hosting. I'm rapping. I'm acting.
You doing the whole thing.
I'm sending the scripts. I'm casting the actors. I'm doing everything, but I realized I can't do everything myself.
Come on,
so
man.
I got burnt out. So for me, I said I don't want to ruin the experience, so I want to be able to go ahead and put this on ice. After that, life happens. You know, I kind of fall off on the acting side, just taking care of my son. The modeling kind of slowed down because now I'm in Cleveland. It's not New York no more.
Right.
I'm not really interested at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get to that level.
Yeah. Like you hit the pinnacle.
yeah. So at that point, it's like I'm cool. But anyway, from there, I'm working and I'm kind of allowing life to happen. And what I want to encourage everybody is that regardless of like your circumstance and how you feel, you should continue to be consistent with your dream. And if you walk by faith, not by sight, but also leverage your resources, you'd be amazed at what can happen.
That's a bar right there.
So from there, got people in my corner that was encouraging me, like, hey, you need to tap back to the modeling, you need to tap back to the acting. What are you doing with yourself? Like, this not you. This day-to-day life thing. Like, you was actually motivating me. Little do you know. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I took it real. I said, okay, I'll get back on it. So at that point, I got an agent. I got 2 agencies, Heyman Talent, I Group, Detroit. I start auditioning for things again. From there, I get into The Last Summer. That's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
So that was my first, like, major feature.
Wow.
So, and that was my first big check. Like, I was there for 2 hours. They paid me a band for 2 hours. So that's when I knew, like, okay.
It's onto this,
yeah, first time getting my own trailer. You know, the script was, like, literally like a piece of notebook paper that had the whole script on it. It was crazy. That experience was crazy. So from there, it was White Boy Rick. So now I'm in that with Eddie Marceau. I'm VIP with him. Initially, I was an extra. Then they promoted me and said, you're going to be VIP with him. But that gave me camera time. And I made sure that when the camera came around, I milked it. First time meeting Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot going on with that. Then from there, I get a call to be in Sassy Mamas at Caramel House. So we did 18 shows
That's dope.
for 2 months straight. That was dope. First time having theater experience. Now, I was... For those that do theater, I respect it because it's not an easy grind.
Not easy grind.
At all. Like, you got to be on at all times. There's no cut, run that back. It's you got to be in it the entire time. So for me, I was bullshitting at first. I ain't gonna lie. I was playing around. I didn't take it serious.
Because there's a whole different like discipline you got to do in order to do it. No, I can feel it.
Yeah, I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know how big Caramel House was. You know what I'm saying? So once I realized it, the next day I had my lines down packed, my marks down packed. Nobody could tell me anything. They was impressed. But for me, it was like, I know to take this serious because this can put me in a position.
Yeah.
Granted, when we did the play, after that, it was talk about tour, but then COVID happened. So that shut everything down. But we had a position where we could have been on tour. Anyway, once that happened, then I got a call from Mike Berry. Shout out Mike Berry.
Shout out to Mike Berry. Come on the podcast, Mike.
Come on the podcast, Mike. You should. It's good. The wine is tasty too. Mike Berry. So he called me. He like, Cam, I got a character I want you to audition for this movie. So I get into A State of Mind. Now, State of Mind is the one movie that I could say gave me an opportunity to showcase my diversity and my range.
That's good.
I'm playing the character named Fred, went to jail, got out. His cousin is mentally depressed, suicidal in a sense. I'm a street dude. I'm trying to get back to what I'm used to. I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but regardless of the fact,
Check it out, y'all.
Yeah, State of Mind, Amazon Prime, Tubi TV. For me, it was an opportunity for me to like really see myself in that way that I've always wanted to be, which is to actually go my range and showcase that I got it. And I didn't see me when I saw it. Nobody else saw me when they saw it. They saw me being that character. And just being in that moment. So for me, I created reality within the mind once again, in a real way. You know what I'm saying? So from there, then we get into, all right, cool. Fast forward to 2023. I did Expressway again, but I took it to Shutter Studios. Shout out Shutter Studios. Full production. Had 12 actors. I had a production team. Jamila actually was a part of the first one. From there, I played my hand how I played my hand. The actors weren't as committed as I wanted them to be. So I decided to like put it on pause again because I said, okay, one, I might need a budget to pay the actors, even though I gave them the opportunity to monetize tickets. You sell the tickets, you keep 50%. Everybody's not motivated to sell. So at that point, it put me in a pocket where it's like, okay, I'm thinking I'm benefiting the cast because, you know, I'm taking care of all the expenses when it comes to the crew and the production.
Right.
But I also had to realize that, you know, money talk. And all of us need it. So at that point, I said, okay, I'm going to just wait until I'm in a position to make some things make sense. And we bring it back this year, 2024. So having auditions on the 17th of March.
Okay.
Lounges Clee, shout out Lounges Clee, shout out AD. We having it there. I got a full team, a couple directors, everybody's in the pocket. I don't have to do everything myself this time.
Right, come on now. I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah, and there's a budget for my actors. You know what I'm saying? So the way I monetize it, I ain't gonna break it down, but just know that if you show up and you're a part of the cast, the court cast, I'm not gonna say how many people, at that point you will be compensated. So for me, everything is coming full circle. I dropped my first movie this year. It's called Rise.
Tired of carrying that load? Drop the house. Gutter Properties will buy your house as is with offers up to $300,000. Need serious repairs, liens, taxes, or judgments? We'll work through your unique situation to get that house off your back. During your free, no-obligation appraisal, we maintain social distancing and take every precaution to ensure your experience is safe. Drop the house. Gutter Properties. Call us or visit gutterproperties.com today.
Myself, me and my brother Darnell, aka Raw Glass Vision. Shout out to Raw Glass Vision.
Oh, shout out to Raw. Yeah, come on.
And shout out to Hashtag too. Hashtag Photography. My boy CJ.
That's what's up.
He's in it with me. Shout out to J.R. Fogel too. I'm gonna talk about him next. But we all work together. That's one team. You know what I'm saying?
I love it though, bro.
Yeah. So we shooting, you know, and the way that those relationships came about, it started with Darnell, then it went to CJ, then it came to JR, and then collectively we all work together. So it was like, this all makes sense. We should just push what he got going on. We should work together. That's what it all happened. So for me, I'm grateful that I met him, you know what I'm saying? Because relationships is what gets you to that next level.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? But you also got to be prepared before the opportunity happens, you know? And when you could take the lessons from life and turn it into blessings in life is different.
I like that.
For me, I'm just grateful. Shout out to local TV too.
Yeah.
So with the opportunities I have before me with Expressway, I've been in talks with a few individuals that have been a part of like In Living Color, which is what I'm in the process of recreating in my own way.
Come on now.
So, you know, the
So I
crowd.
call you Keenan.
No, I'm Cam. But the cast will be diverse, you know what I'm saying? And we got content ready to go, scripts already written, you know
That's
what I'm
dope.
saying? So now preparation is going to meet the opportunity. So when I do pick out the cast,
Time out, bro. 'Cause I love how you said that. Preparation meets opportunity.
yeah, man, it's going to be lit, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have a great time, and I'm just grateful that God gave me the vision he gave me, the creativity he gave me. And also, speaking of JR, so JR hit me last week. No, a week before last. And he was like, hey, bro, I want to, you know, be a part of Expressway, you know, help you on the back end in regards to the vision. Because I got some resources, I got a network. Let's expand that together. I said, all right, cool, bet. From there, he hit me up a few days after that. He like, hey, would you mind hosting a show on my network? I said, what do you mean? He like, a live show. I said, oh, yeah, I mean, what's going on? He said, I think it'd be dope to have something for actors. I already had a blueprint written up called the Slate.
Come on now.
So, preparation means opportunity.
Yep.
So, at that
so.
point, literally, after the phone call, I sent him the treatment. At that point, he sees it. He sees, like, oh, he's not playing. Next day, he like, all right, send me a couple pictures real quick so I can make a flyer. Boom. Same day, flyer goes up. He like, we doing this every Wednesday. Oh, say less. So from there, we doing it on his network. So now it's like, okay, I go from being lost in the sauce or just living life and letting life hard life to the point where now, because I renew my perspective, you know what I'm saying, and change my focus, everything that's happening is manifested. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not really big on, you know, saying manifestation, but at the same time, it is. You know what I'm saying? And every day I wake up, I'm affirming myself because I'm investing in myself. Whether it's
putting that work,
up,
man.
Yeah, waking up, working out, praying, you know what I'm saying? Praise and worship, getting my mind right, and also having it written down on paper that this is my goal for the day and this is what I'm doing. I'm not straying away from it. So that made the difference. So now we got a podcast called The Slate. It's for actors and writers. The concept is same thing as Expressway, but a little bit different. So when you come onto The Slate, there's 2 scripts that I've written. One drama, one comedy. First guest we had was Bizak. Shout out to Bizak. So at that point, comedy, drama, you do it. At that point, we do immersive improv, where it's live on the network, but they can say stuff in the chat. Who's ever watching?
Oh, like, okay, that's dope. Yeah. Interactive.
Yeah, so we can hold up to 45 people on the network at one time. So at that point, I'm asking, hey, what's this character name? What's the scenario? What's the objective? At that point, they text it in the chat, and I say, lights, camera, action, go. And it's a go. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no preparation. There's no time in between. Like, you need to be on. It's happening. What we doing?
That's good.
But then I also take the pressure off the actor and say, all right, we're going to do it together. Mind you, we're virtually having this. So he's at his house. I'm at my house. Backdrop. Chair.
Right.
That's all we need. At that point, now, scenario, oh, your name is Red, his name is Benny, y'all at the store, he getting robbed, you on the phone talking to whoever you're talking to. What's the objective? For y'all to get out of there and you going through Cool Ranch Doritos. So now, lights, camera, action, go. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm acting, I'm in the chair, he doing what he doing.
It's straight
Making
improv.
it happen. Straight improv. After that, I do an interview. Now, let me ask you, have you ever had anybody ask you, what's your why? Why do
All
you
the
do,
time.
Why do you do what you do? Why do you love what you do? Now, these 3 questions I like to bring up because I feel like it kind of makes people think in a real way and give a real sincere, genuine answer.
Absolutely.
Because you can't fake that.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, at that point, if I ask you, what's your why do you do what you do? Why do you love what you do? I'm not asking you what you do. I'm just asking who you are.
Who you are.
You know what I'm saying?
You have cracked the code, Cam, man, because that's what we do at the pull experience.
At that point, now it's okay, so what do you do? Now that we done had that conversation, man, what is your profession? You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it leads to that. But that's how the show goes. I'm looking forward to, you know, extending, or I should say expanding the show.
That's dope.
Next show, we'll have LaShawn Little, who's from Cleveland. Cleveland's very young, but he's also an actor that's been in several movies.
Come on,
just produced and directed his own movie in 2023. It's doing pretty good.
That's dope, bro.
I don't know if it's on Amazon or Tubi, but I know it's on a network in general. But yeah, moving forward, we got Expressway, like I said. We're producing the content. Once I get the core actors, we'll have more content to produce as well.
Yeah.
Whether it's scenes, short films, features, whatever the case may be. I look forward to collabing with some well-known actors eventually on the network. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's coming, brother. That's a lot of questions.
If I can get a, you know, an Idris Elba, or, you know what I'm saying, a Lance Gross, or even a Jonathan Majors, or Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying? I think it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to be here. So at that point, there's really nothing stopping it but a conversation and relationships.
Exactly.
So I'm just, you know, praying on making the relationships happen so that way we can expand in the ways that we should. And obviously, I want to put myself in position.
Absolutely.
So, hey, Tyler Perry, please call me.
Hey,
Okay.
I know you watch Tyler Perry.
Call me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's going on. Will Packer, you know what I'm saying? Like, hit my line. Kevin Hart, hit my line. Anyway, Yeah, man. That's my journey. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Oh, I also work for the county right now.
Okay.
I meant to bring that up. So I work every day to give opportunities to job seekers. So within me trying to create impact for myself as an artist, I'm also creating impact within the world as a professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you feel like that's your gift, brother.
Yeah. Anybody need a job, make sure you contact me. Ohio Means Jobs, 1910 Carnegie Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44115. I'm not going to repeat it, but you can pull up on me, and I can put you in position as best as I can. But, yeah, that's me.
So, and I know, like, I think we can give this interview just because we're going to do a part 2 with you, brother. We're going to come on the Slate one time. We're going to do part 2, okay? But I do, and you kind of alluded to, we'll go a little bit faster with our staple questions, but because you kind of alluded to how you are in your way collaborating with others in the city and doing great things. But this question I do want to ask you your legacy, man. When they think about Cameron Woods, what do you want people to remember you for?
I can, I will.
That's a new one.
I love it. Simple,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it that's good. And then let me ask you this: for your interview, what do you want someone to take away from your interview today?
Count your blessings. And in the midst of counting your blessings, look at what you have and not what you lack. And
That's good.
accept the fact that you're not perfect and life gonna life how life.
Life going.
And you just got to be able to keep your peace within every circumstance. And as long as you can do that, you've mastered your own destiny.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel like that's what I want them to take away. I can, I will.
That's good. And then let me ask you, this is the most important question in the whole interview. Where can people learn more about you? Where can they watch your previous work? Where can they just get more of Cameron Woods?
You can follow me at I am Cameron Woods. Also, you can check out A State of Mind on Amazon, Tubi. That's really the main movie I want y'all to see.
Okay.
When Rise drop, you can catch that on local TV network. But yeah, that's how you can get in contact.
Absolutely. And for all my lazy people be in the show notes, so there ain't no reason why you're not watching Rise, you're not watching State of Mind, okay? So watch it. Cam, man, we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
appreciate you.
This is awesome.
Yes, absolutely. And I know you guys are on the forefront of bringing Hollywood to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
I can't wait to see when y'all have need a Pookie in y'all movies. Hit me up. Cause I'm like, that brand new movie. Yeah, that was me.
That's priceless. How much for one read?
right.
That's gonna be you.
Guys, this is episode 188. We cannot thank you guys enough for that. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting. We one thing I love about our podcast, we have great people like Cameron coming on, telling their stories, and keep you guys encouraged. Because just like hearing his story about everything he went through, he didn't stop. You got the same power to do the same thing. So that's why we do here at the Pull Up Experience. We definitely gonna do a part 2, Cam, man.
No, we do. We do.
We absolutely do.
And by that time, my movie will drop.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Listen, guys. April 18th. Sorry, Brittany.
No, you usually do that. April 18th, David Shands coming to
yes.
Cleveland. Podcast Summit, again, 33777. Text
Yes,
that.
text
Get your
that.
free ticket.
Free
You don't want
tickets,
to
y'all.
miss it. Again, a great way for anybody that's been thinking of doing a podcast, who maybe even started your podcast and trying to figure out where you're missing, where you're lacking. This is what is for you. So please be in the building. Don't want to miss it. It was at April 18th, 6 p.m.
Yes, 6 p.m.
We'll see y'all there.
And then you guys, you rock with us. Check out the Slate and also check out Beauty Be Told.
Beauty Told, y'all.
Oh my
Beauty
God.
Told. He gonna get it right one day. Beauty Told podcast. Again, can't wait to see you guys. Relational, lifestyle, financial advice. Great guest on to help give it a nice little twist, and that way we can really expound on those topics. I look forward to seeing you guys. Love y'all.
All right, guys. So this is episode 188. We'll see y'all next time. All right. Peace.